Back with another Sherwood Ford, the giant offseason countdown, where I'm looking at 10 storylines that I'm keeping an eye on the closest next season for the Edmonton Oilers. Last week, we took a look at some young forwards who could potentially break out next year. Number 9 on my countdown. How much of an upgrade will Connor Brown be over Kailer Yamamoto? Yamamoto was with the team for a couple of years. He had a 20-goal season. Expectations were high last year. He didn't live up to them. He started to get hurt a lot. His scoring was inconsistent, and he got a lot of time with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. In 821 minutes at 5-on-5, he played 346 minutes with Draisaitl and 216 with Connor McDavid. With all of that, he only scored 10 goals in 58 games. It wasn't enough production, and that's why they moved on from him this offseason. They didn't want to keep that $3.1 million cap hit on the books. They went out and brought in Connor Brown, and if you want to talk about expectations are very high for Connor Brown. But can he live up to them? He only played 4 games last year and missed the rest of the season with injury with the Washington Capitals. But that's why the Oilers are getting him for just a $775 cap hit this season. Yes, I know he's going to unlock a lot of bonuses down the road, but we're talking about just next year. Can Connor Brown be an upgrade on Kailer Yamamoto? I'm going to say yes. He's got a little bit more size to his game. He scored 20 goals twice at the NHL level, including popping home 21 in just 56 games back in 2020, 2021 with the Ottawa Senators. And the thing people keep wanting to jump to is the fact he's got history with Connor McDavid. Back in 2013-14, when they played with Erie in the OHL, Connor Brown popped home 45 goals and finished the year with 128 points. He talked about how McDavid was a big part of the recruiting process and all of this. He's taking a big bet on himself. He had deals with term offered to him in the summer. He wants to come into Edmonton, play with McDavid and Draisaitl. Is it going to pay off, though? Both sides are making a really big bet here. If Connor Brown can be a 25 to 30 goal guy for the Oilers next season, everyone is happy, and their top 6 is more dangerous than it's ever been. If this doesn't work out, then the Oilers could be sitting there searching for a top 6 winger come the NHL trade deadline. I like to think it will work out. I like the pace Connor Brown plays with. He's got a bit of an edge to him, similar to Yamamoto, and I'm actually not all that worried about his injuries. He was actually a pretty healthy player early on in his NHL career. I pegged Connor Brown as a 26, 27 goal guy in the Oilers' top 6, but I will say this. I don't think he's a lock to play with Connor McDavid. I actually think swapping out Yamamoto, putting Brown in the top 6, he could actually be a better fit next to Leon Draisaitl, who we know really liked playing with Yamamoto and having someone who forechecked hard on his line. Brown might be a better fit with 29 than 97, but I want to hear your takes. Let me know in the comments, which line do you want to see Connor Brown start on, and how many goals will he score? That'll do it for today's episode of our Sherwood Ford Giant Offseason Countdown, taking a look at the 10 biggest storylines I'm watching heading into next season for the Edmonton Oilers.